Do you often feel dizzy and have tension in your neck that sometimes even hurts? That happens much more often than you might think. And here's the interesting part. The cause usually isn't in the head, but in the neck. Even minor muscle tensions in just the right spot can be enough to throw off your balance completely. Stick with us and we'll show you 3 simple tips to help relieve your discomfort.
Dizziness can have many different causes, which is why it's so important to get them properly checked out. And the tips we're about to share with you should kick in pretty quickly and make a real difference, just as intended. If that's not the case, please go see a doctor or a specialist. It's really important to rule out that there isn't something else going on in the background. But as already mentioned, the cause of dizziness might just be really simple. So let's go ahead and start right now with tip number 1.
Tip number 1. Do gentle neck stretches, forward, back, side to side, and slow rotational movements to release tension and improve mobility. There are plenty of exercises available. Just take a moment to look, click through, explore the full range of options, try them out, and pair them with some jaw stretches for best results. Jaw stretch, the most important jaw stretch, open your mouth as wide as you can. Maybe with our jaw hero, maybe with a wine cork that you cut just right so you can barely fit it between your teeth, because all the jaw muscles are right here near the ears, and the balance organ is in the ear after all. So these are all influencing factors that can have a positive effect there. But you can also do something else. You can also take action through Petra's particular areas of expertise.
Yes, the issue is that the muscles might be overly tense, and in this case, potassium and magnesium naturally play a really significant role, especially when it comes to muscle function and relaxation processes. So try incorporating more magnesium-rich foods into your diet. Things like legumes, seeds, and pseudograins, which are all excellent choices and really beneficial for muscle relaxation. So maybe just try taking a bit of extra magnesium, ideally in the form of citrate or bisglycinate, for more consistent results over time. Yeah, and then of course there's also something else going on, because there might actually be some underlying inflammatory markers present due to the tension being just too severe. That's why focus on anti-inflammatory foods. So make sure to also include plenty of omega-3s in your diet. You'll find it in flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and algae oil. And if you happen to eat fish, then you'll also get it from salmon, preferably wild salmon, as well as from herring and mackerel, for instance. Yeah, and then, you know what? A story just suddenly popped into my mind about one of my former patients. She'd already been to every single specialist out there and came to me saying she honestly didn't know what to do anymore. It's really terrible. She's got dizziness and doesn't know what to do or try anymore. And sometimes things are just that simple. I simply went ahead and did my usual anamnesis, which also included the question about how much she actually drinks. And then she looks at me and says, well, I try to make sure I drink at least 1 liter a day. And it's not uncommon for patients to answer like that. She's trying to drink 1 liter a day, which is of course way too little. Then I said, okay, when you go home today, starting right now, put out at least 2 liters, either in a pitcher or bottles. And by the end of the day, they're empty. And I still remember it was absolutely crazy. After just 2 weeks, they came back and actually brought me, back then I really enjoyed this, a full bottle of champagne, all because within just 2 or 3 days, that persistent dizziness had simply vanished completely and never came back at all since then. So sometimes it really can be that simple, but we've still got one more tip, tip number 3.
Exactly. After nutrition, now comes relaxation. We've already covered the purely physical, structural side with the stretching exercises we talked about earlier, but there's another way to relax fully on every level, and that's through conscious breathing, specifically a breath that's long, deep, and deeply calming. You can happily combine this way of breathing with the exercises. If you keep doing our stretching exercises for a while, it'll naturally fall into place anyway, because you'll notice that whenever you want to go deeper into the stretch, you should exhale, because exhaling relaxes. The vagus nerve gets activated. That's the healing nerve, the parasympathetic system. You wind down. And that loosens not just outer, but inner muscles too, the tiny ones right into the ear. And there's a pretty good chance something might actually happen to you. Inhale, then exhale longer than you inhale. You can do that, for example, by counting. Inhale for 2 beats, exhale for 4 beats, and then the relaxation effect plus the exercise, when you do them together, is much greater. So stay tuned. What happens with your dizziness?
Be sure to share this video because so many people are affected by dizziness and they'll really truly appreciate you taking the time to do so.
Because when you finally feel better, you're the real hero.